Tasavituvininyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Deo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhuvasvara Tasavituvininyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Deo Yona Prachodaya Oh Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good morning. Let's do some yogas. We're going to do a moon salutation. A salutation is a series of sequence postures, asanas, that go together. You might be familiar with the sun salutation, which is a very linear yang energy where we do forwards, a lot of energetic movement up. With the moon salutation, it is more feminine, it is more yin. So we take that down a bit more, where we open up, opening up through postures that really lengthen the legs. So if you're tight in your hamstrings, if your groin is kind of crunched, if you sit a lot, then we can use these postures in the moon salutation as a sequence to flow and bring the energy back down. Traditionally, it's done in the evening, but here we are in the morning, and I just would like to share it with you. And it's also good for my body in its current situation. You got a situation on hand? Okay, so if you're into yoga and you'd like to join me, I ask you to sit here in the easy pose. Easy pose is not so easy, especially for those who grew up in chairs. So this might be challenging. I like to sit on a blanket so it raises the pelvis up a little bit more. And when we do that, we allow the shoulders to kind of sit back on top of the hips. Place your hands in this position. Our shoulder position is governed by our thumb. So when the thumb and the palms are open in this direction, then it allows the shoulder blades, the scapulas, to come down towards the center of the body. The tips of the scapula, kind of like a shovel, it scoops right behind your heart. So you can allow yourself, I'll sit sideways for you, you can allow yourself to be slightly elevated. And when the palms are rotated open, then the scapulas are right behind the heart here, okay? We can allow the tailbone to settle. We have a natural little scoop here. The tailbone scoops under towards the pubic bone. So we can allow some natural curve to the spine and let the head rest on top of those shoulders. Shoulders on top of the hips. You might be able to feel the difference if you take your hands out, palms open, and then flip them so the thumbs are towards each other, and then open them again. Kind of just let the rotation of the forearm guide where the shoulder blades go. It's a very subtle movement, but you'll be able to feel it just a little bit. We do work in actual very small movements. Okay, so with that, we're going to do a little bit of breath work first. Get the prana to move, or chi if you call it. We're going to inhale through the nose 2 times. Exhale 1 time. Continue to go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then inhale all the way. And exhale. Inhale. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. If you enjoy affirmation, breathe in love, love and light. Exhale, love and light. Inhale. Hold again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. You can hold that part too. Hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll do it again. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And in 5, 4, in, out, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, in as much as possible. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do a tricky one. We're going to alternate this. We're going to close the thumb of the right nostril. Use the thumb to close the right nostril. Breathe in. Switch fingers, let go of that thumb. Exhale. Breathe in. Plug your nose. Release. Exhale. So you're just doing one nostril at a time. Alternate nostril breathing. And just breathing. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. Plug it and let it go. In. Plug it. Let it go. Plug it. Let it go. Now we're going to inhale and hold it. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hold that exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest, breathing normally. Breath work has so many benefits. It's not for everybody. These specific different types of breathing techniques is not standard. It's not for standard. So at any point you felt uncomfortable, just notice that. At any point, if something emotional came up, notice it. If nothing happened, notice it. If you get a little fuzzy and it feels good, notice it. That's the main intention. Okay, so to get ready for this yin practice, it's a whole lot of nothing. We're just noticing again these nuances of the body. So I'm going to ask you to put your legs out in a V And pull the kneecap up into the thigh. So the thigh is kind of activated, and the bottom of your heels are up off the floor. Okay, you have your ankles flexed and the feet are flat. Toes are going up towards the body, so all the energy is coming in towards the body. Knees in towards the body. And then relax and let the toes point a little bit. Not too hard, we don't want to get cramps, but we're just pointing the toes from the ankle, okay? And then you find your toes again and pull them towards the body, knees up into the thighs. Find your pubic bone. Allow the small of the back to be shorter. What does that mean? Is you're taking the tailbone, you're scooping it towards yourself. Tailbone is going under, the pubic bone is coming towards the body. So all the legs, energy, even your bones are pulled towards the body. Your spine is in a neutral scoop. And then relax. You can slightly bend the knee a little bit and point the toes. But the toes are not active, we're just unhinging the ankle. And then last one, what is this doing for you? It's creating the nuance. This energy field is being pulled in. So you're exercising your energetic field. Pulling energy towards the core. Taking that pubic bone very gently, scooped up towards the body. Shoulder blades are down and towards each other, towards the back of the heart. And very gently relax the legs and relax your spine. You find that it wants to round a little bit, that's okay. And you're pointing the toes away. We're gonna take one leg, shift it towards the body. If you have something to put under this leg, this folded leg, that's ideal, having some support there. This other leg becomes flexed at the ankle, but we're not pulling a lot of energy here yet. What we want to focus on now is the heart. So open the palms of your hands, thumbs rotate away, shoulder blades behind the heart. Pubic bone still tucked in a little bit. We don't want a big arch out through the back. And then we're going to lean forward, put the hands down, allow the elbows to bend. You're going to start feeling the length of the back of your long leg. Now, if there are any twisting friends out there, you're going to put one hand in front of you. And let's begin with my right leg is bent, so I'm going to use my right arm to open up. This isn't for everybody. Not everybody has a good neck or shoulder to be able to do this. No yoga pose is at any expense worth your pain, so we're avoiding anything painful. And I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to swing it towards that long leg. And now the energy of this long leg comes towards the body as we bring our heart towards it. Nice long back, bring your heart towards your leg. Energy of this bone of the leg, this thigh bone is coming towards the body. We're going to walk ourselves up and trade sides. We got our V. Our sides are different. If you need a prop under here. This long leg, the ankle is flexed, but the energy is just neutral here. Finding the natural curve of your spine. Tucking the tailbone under just a little bit. Palms are open. Chin is neutral, crown of the head going up. We're going to find the heart and bring the heart forward. Soft elbows. Feel the bottom back of your thigh, maybe behind the knee. Just noticing muscle texture. And if you're ready for a twist, take that hand underneath your face and swing this one open. Notice where you're breathing. Notice body texture, muscle texture, muscle energies, whatever is just circulating through your body, and noticing. We're going to swing it back and round, walk our hands over to that long leg, and now the energy of this long leg comes towards the body. And still leading with the heart, keeping a flat back. And walking our hands up, we're going to put the soles of the feet together. However you're going to find them, put your hands here. Oh, who's here? You have a question. Can you help me out? Well, honey, we're going to have to wait a minute. Okay, soles of the feet together. However you can reach your feet, maybe you can't, but here we are. Place your hands around the ankle, your thumb towards the sole of the foot, and gently pull by bending the elbow. Keeping the heart forward and the back flat. Face is neutral, just noticing texture. We're going to take one of these legs. I'm going to scoop the hand underneath that ankle. We're going to bring one leg up and just rock it around. Rock, rock, baby, rock, rock, and rockin', rock, rock, baby, rock, rock, and rockin'. Open those hips, open those hips, open, 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 open. Okay, come forward again by pulling on that ankle, bending the elbows. And we'll get to the other side, pull up that hip, and open up that space. Open, open, open. Open, baby, open. Open, 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 open. Aha, there we go. Okay, we're gonna get onto some hands and knees. What'd you comment, darling? I need some exercise and necessity for the soles of the feet. Muscle confusion and my morning. I have pain. I'm sorry you have pain. Would you do it? Show me in this live stream. I can show you, but I won't know specifically because I don't have access to your foot. So we can do some generals, but I don't know what the problem of your foot is. Thank you. Okay. So make your knees comfortable. If your knees need padding, if your wrists need padding, it's going to be a general cat and cow. Cat and cows basically starts in our table and we curl the spine and we curve the spine. Curls and curves, cats and cows. I enjoy a little hip dip, a little hip dip. Now I can reference the feet in different postures. If your feet are on top of the floor like this, you can imagine that you're kind of like a ballerina dancer, right? You're in this position. That can cause cramping in the soles of the foot, okay? So if you need to tuck your toes under, tuck them under there. If all your joints are okay to do that, you can push back a little bit. You don't have to put much pressure on them, but you can move the toes without a lot of force. If that feels good, then that's, you're stretching the fascia on the bottom of your feet. If you have arthritis in your bones, or if you have bones on bones, that's not quite fixable through yoga. And it can cause more inflammation. So you just have to be gentle, and I'll reference the feet more often during this sequence. Cats and cows. I like to dip a hip, make circles, come forward and around. You can go a little bit wider if that feels good and put the toes more closer together. You can dip a shoulder, you can bend an elbow. We just need to be mindful of our structure, No posture is worth being painful. I'm just curling back and forth. Some of you might be able to make a wave. A wave as in where you're just flexing the spine and you curl with the tail and it goes all the way to the head and then back. So this is waving. This is side, side, side. Okay? If your wrists get cranky in this position, you can come up on a fist like this. Okay? So in a yin practice, there's a few techniques here. You can put the toes closer together and get the knees to go wider. I need to say something yet. Well, it's in the soles. I have problem. It hurts bad, like plantar fasciitis. Do you have plantar fasciitis? That's a sole of the foot, your plantars, and they can, if you have too much weight on them or not the right proper shoes, if you're on your feet a lot, if you're doing different things, if you're sitting and your hamstrings get really short, if you have migraines, your forehead's connected to the soles of your feet, so lengthening and doing core exercises. The core exercises also need to be mitigated and balanced with back exercises. So there's a lot to do with the feet that are just outside the feet as well. But if you have plantar fasciitis and remaining good on your nutrients and your magnesiums and your potassiums and all that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, your glasses are broken. That sucks. Yeah. Okay. So yin poses is the feet come closer together and the knees are wide apart. Some of you might be able to rock back this way. If your toes are pointed in this position, tuck the toes under just a little bit or don't come all the way back. Do what's happy for your feet at this time. The knees are wide and the palms are wide, and you can start to curl the tailbone. Start to squeeze the front of your body. Your arms are long. Now we're going to loosen the arms, bend the elbows towards the body as you flex the spine. Open the mouth, let the tongue come out. So you're looking all the way up, you're gently rolling the eyes to the top, like you're trying to see your forehead. Open the mouth, relieve tension in your face. And then close the face, let the eyes point, and look at the tip of your nose. Look at the tip of your nose as you curl the spine. How weird. When you inhale, sit back as far as you can comfortably. Look all the way up to the forehead, flex the spine. You're scooping the tailbone up now like a husky dog. And the tongue comes out. Exhale, scoop that tailbone now under you. And light on the hands. As you bring the body over the wrist, the arms are long. And you're looking at the tip of your nose like you're trying to find your chin. Inhale, push back gently, lighter on the hands. All the way up. And open your mouth. Yeah, plantar fasciitis sucks. It hurts. It's like glass. Exercising, releasing the face is wonderful for the feet, actually. Okay, so going at your own pace, rocking back and forth or holding a sensation, holding an energy body. Very gently with the eyes are looking all the way up and they gently look all the way down. When you curl into a cat, inhale, let the eyes roll all the way up as you slide back. Take that tailbone, slide under, let the eyes look down. Now we're going to do a pose called threading of the needle. This is where we're back on all fours, the knees stay wide. You take one arm and you go under. And let the side of the head rest on the floor. Feel the energy body. Feel the nuance of energy in your body. That means texture, that means sensation. Maybe you're outside your comfort zone a little, it's too much sensation. Just gently gauge, gently move in little ways, and let your eyes look to the corner of the eye. So the side of your face is on the floor and your eye is looking up towards the ceiling. No strain, no pushing. No pushing. We're going to come back up to center. Take the other arm, go down under the body, let the side of the head down. Gently roll the eyes to the ceiling. Let the belly breathe. When you breathe in, feel the body. Gentle exhales, they just come out naturally. And push yourself back up. We're now going to start standing, however you find yourself into standing. What? I don't understand why you have question marks. Okay. So if I don't have a ball, but if you have a ball or a tennis ball, you can roll the tennis ball on the bottom of your feet. Okay? Very gently. You're just bringing energy there. Don't have to push a lot. Pain won't go away right away. Pain won't go right away. Plantar fasciitis takes a long time to heal because we're on our feet a lot. Sometimes our bones separate from weight. You have to take a ball on the bottom of your foot, like a tennis ball, and roll that tennis ball on the bottom of your feet. Spread your toes, crunch your toes, roll your ankle, all those types of things. That can be helpful for plantar fasciitis. But there's a lot more to than just physical exercise. There's a lot more to, which includes diet, your shoes, what you're standing on, what you're not standing on, your patterns, how much you're walking, how much you're not walking. So there's more than just, and there's creams, there's anti-inflammatory things you could put on your feet. And plantar fasciitis is torn fascia. And the thing about fascia is when it breaks, it's going to come back together like this, so you're gonna have scar tissue, okay? And when we pull on the scar tissue, that can hurt as well. So throughout the day, put on some essential oils. Lavender's really nice to start healing the tissue, okay? So there's lots of different things you can do for plantar fasciitis. Mainly it's just sending lots of intentional, you can ice them, you can warm bath them, you can put Epsom salts, you can soak your feet, get some good shoes, have some compression a bit, elevate them, lots of baby work. And what I mean is that your feet just need a lot of intentional love and kind of visualizing how they're broken. Yeah, it is easier for me. I don't have plantar fasciitis. I don't have it. But I've experienced it one time, and I had to wear a jelly pad between my toes because my toes were starting to squish, and I was doing a lot of yoga on the gym floors without padding. So I overstretched the tendons in my foot, and it was extremely painful. So I had to manipulate how I was using my toes, and I also had to change my shoes. And I noticed that I have a high arch and my feet were starting to flatten out. And so I had to wear shoes when I'm standing, doing dishes and things like that. And I had to notice how much attention I was giving to them. So there's just these little baby actions we have to do to care for our feet forever, right? And sometimes the damage has already been done. So we have to kind of meditate with the feet to understand what has already been done and how much it'll heal. And it won't heal very quickly. It takes a long time with intention. For a long time, I had to wear these jelly pads between my toes until it got better. Okay, so mountain pose. We're going to do the moon salutation now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, widen the legs. We're going to take an arm, take your thumb, grab your thumb or your wrist, and pull up out of the waist. Inhale back up. Hold on to the other wrist, pull up out of the waist. And back to center. Inhale, reach up. And then take the arms and touch your elbows. Inhale. And exhale. Exhale. And exhale. And then go straight out. We're going to do a triangle. One foot comes closer in, the other one goes all the way out. Your navel is forward and you're reaching out on the shelf there. This might be as far as you go. Big idea is that these rib cage don't poke and bend, okay? So keep the spine flat and the hip is coming out. And then you rotate into this triangle here. Lots of core strength to keep you up. If you're feeling like it's too far and you can only just go out this way and get the arms to go, that's fine. If the shoulder's not happy with that, just stay right here. If you need to go further and you need to go wider, you're going to take this hip and you're going to push that ankle out a little bit more as you're reaching out, keeping the rib cage in, keeping the rib cage in, and then you reach towards the floor. You need to be happy with where the neck is. You might look forward neutral, you might look down. If you look up, and you want to look up, be very, very careful and mindful. Now we're going to come back up by taking this upper arm, and it's like somebody's pulling you up from the arm, and you're here. Come back forward, this is star. Go the other side, that back ankle, and then the foot forward. So the ankles are in alignment. Take that hip with the ankle, push it out like you're reaching the shelf over here. As far as you can go. If you have blocks handy or furniture or something, that would be good right here. Again, if this is too far, you're modifying by just being able to align and balance your feet. The upper arm, it's like someone's pulling you up from the arm. You reach and go back to star. Exhale, hands together. We're now going to do the goddess pose. Feet go diagonally out. Knees towards toes every time. Knees towards toes. The bottom tailbone is scooped under again. We're keeping that format of the spine, not reaching out like this. Don't kind of get that pubic bone to go under a little bit. Knees towards toes. If you can go deeper, sitting down like you're about to get into a straddle or sit on a horse, Going down, not out, just down. Let's lengthen those legs again. Reach up, exhale, squatting down. Cactus arms. That looks kind of funny. Back up. What to do with the feet in this position? Feel your toes. Feel your toes. Lighten the heel. Now feel the heel. Lighten the toes. As you start to bend the knees, you're feeling the heel. Lighter on the toes. Lighter on the toes. If this is funny for your knees don't need to go very far. You can just be right here. You can go further, great. Now feel the toes and heel. Toes and heel. Inhale back to star. We're going to do a triangle again. One foot in, the other one goes straight out. Into the triangle. Reaching back up. Goddess pose. Star, triangle, other side. Do it again. Up, star, goddess, star, triangle. And back to star. Stepping back up can be tricky. Shoop. That's not so easy for everyone, but this is the pose we're going to get to. So I'm going to move Matt out of the way. Thank you, Matt, for your services. It's very small text. Okay. So we're going to start adding on. So the moon salutation is a few more postures, but this is the base of the beginning. So we have a mountain pose. Inhale. Crescent, one side. Without pushing the hip, we're reaching up out of the waist. Other side, grab that wrist, pull up, and reach over. Curl that crescent. We open up into a star. Down into goddess. But back up to star. Into triangle. Back up to star. Triangle other side. Back up to star. Inhale. Exhale. We're doing the moon salutation. Star. Goddess. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And back to center. Now we're going to add on a few more poses. When you're in the triangle, we're then going to turn into a crescent, okay? So a crescent lunge is we're going to come down to the floor. The knee is coming down, and we inhale with a lift. Okay, so this posture is very tricky because it starts with the feet. The toes are tucked under so we can protect the knee. This keeps the kneecap from moving around on the floor. Your forward knee is over the ankle, and it's okay to be slightly past the ankle. If you're here, you can be up here. We can even add a twist. My right leg is forward, my left arm comes in, and I do an internal twist. We then lengthen the back leg. Move forward, we twist forward, and then we balance here. This is a challenging pose. Possible, but not for everybody. We switch sides. Balance pose. And then we turn into crescent lunge. These are very slow postures, and they're worth taking their time. Okay? So we'll set it all up together. I don't know what you can't see. I don't know how to help that. You have to be more detailed in what you need. I don't know what you can't see. Okay, here we go. Standing in the center, mountain pose. Inhale, pull on the wrist, lift out of the waist. Stand, reach other side. Open up into star. Knees towards toes, down into goddess. Standing up, reaching into triangle. When we come up out of triangle, you can bend that knee, that long leg, and go into a reverse warrior. We now begin to lengthen that forward leg, come down over the leg, and into a crescent lunge. Hands go down towards the floor, and we trade sides into a crescent lunge. Into a long leg, into warrior one, and then we go into that triangle. Back into star position, goddess position, and centered. I can't show you the soles of my feet because I'm standing on them. That's why. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale. And center. Inhale up. Reach and crescent. Other side, reach and crescent. And then the star. Bend the knees into goddess. And back up. Reach over into triangle. And then we roll over to a crescent by putting the hands on the floor. Extend the side. And reaching over, trading sides. Getting ready for crescent lunge. Standing with long leg. And reaching for triangle. That long arm on the top goes up. Into goddess. Back to star. And starting in the center again. Thank you. What's up? Oh, that would be interesting perspective. I can try. Okay. Moon salutation. Mountain pose. Inhale. And wide. Toes out. Knees bent. Point for triangle. Close that triangle into a lunge. Change sides into a lunge, crescent lunge, into a triangle, up, goddess, and then standing. Curl side, crescent side, goddess, triangle, crescent lunge, side gate, crescent lunge, triangle, back to goddess, and standing. There we go. Now we'll go into our breathing techniques. And then that's it. Okay, taking your pinkies and putting it in between the pinky toes. Pull gently with your hand pinky on your foot. Then take your ring finger, place it in between your toes, and pull on that area. Then take your middle finger, place it in between the two long toes, and push here. And then you get your pointer finger, put it in between the big toe, and pull it here. And very gently take the big toe and push it down just very softly.
Softly, softly take the toes and bend them down. Bend them down. Do that for each toe. Bend it down. Next toe. And next toe. Curl and push down the toes. Make them bend. And the pinky toe. There we go. And then take and just gently squeeze. Rub the top. Ask your foot what it wants. Ask your foot what it wants. Mine wants to rub the thumb onto the inside there. And it like scratches. Closer soles. So that was the moon salutation. Different. It's very different than the sun salutation. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.